Welcome dear students to our English class. I am teacher Velrina Gonsalves and today we are going to study lesson 4.2, that is revolutionary steps in surgery. Students, before we begin with the lesson, let us see the warming up. Question 1. Discuss in your class. Do you like to study science? Students, please note that here you all have to write your own personal response answer. Question 2. What are the advantages of learning science? Students, here also please note that you all have to write your personal response answer. Question 3. Are robots truly useful to human beings? Why? Why not? Answer. Yes, robots are useful to human beings because they can perform tasks as instructed by humans through a program and help in reducing their workload. Question 4. How can we take help of robots in our daily life? Answer. In daily life, we can use robots to perform daily chores like washing utensils, cleaning the house, filling water in a bucket, etc. Question 5. Name some gadgets and appliances that we use in day-to-day life. Answer. Gadgets and appliances that we use in our day-to-day life are refrigerator, washing machine, cell phone, laptops, televisions, etc. Question 2. Imagine that one of your family members, friends, classmates has recently undergone a surgery. You were curious and wanted to learn about his/her experience. Match the questions you asked with their answers. Now students, here I have directly written the answer or given the solution for question. Please refer page number 80 from your textbook. Question 3. We have learned that sentences may have 2, 3 or more sets of subject plus predicate joined by a conjunction. Each set of subject and predicate that is a part of a larger sentence is called clause. Separate the clauses in the following sentences and write the conjunction. First one, the thief stole the money and he ran away. Clause 1, the thief stole the money. Clause 2, he ran away, conjunction and. Second one, she told me that she was a doctor. Clause 1, she told me. Clause 2, that she was a doctor, conjunction that. Third one, he ran fast but he did not win the race. Clause 1, he ran fast. Clause 2, he did not win the race, conjunction but. Fourth one, the traveler arrived at the station after the train had left. Clause 1, the traveler arrived at the station. Clause 2, after the train had left, conjunction after. Question 4, coordination. From the sentences given in activity 2, pick out 2 sentences having coordinate clauses. Point out the coordinators. Now students, here I have picked up 2 sentences from activity 2, that is question number 2 from page number 80, and these sentences include coordinate clauses. First one, I was given a bath and I wore a surgical gown. Answer, coordinate clause 1, I was given a bath. Coordinate clause 2, I wore a surgical gown. Coordinator and. Second one, the doctor took an X-ray of my ankle and he found a fracture in my ankle. Answer, coordinate clause 1, the doctor took an X-ray of my ankle. Coordinate clause 2, he found a fracture in my ankle. Coordinator and. Students, before we begin with the lesson, please study all the meanings given in your textbook. Let us move on to the lesson. Revolutionary steps in surgery. Surgery dates back to as early as 600 BC. Sushruta Samhita is one of the oldest works in the world dealing with surgery. It indicates that Sushruta was probably the first surgeon to perform surgical operations, plastic surgery. Later, Some ancient surgeons performed tooth extraction and bloodletting. Major surgery could not develop for centuries because of lack of knowledge and technology. The doctors had to cut open the part of the body that was not healthy, remove or set right that part. This would involve a lot of pain to the patient. General anesthetics like ether or chloroform developed only from mid-19th century, making painless surgical operations possible and successful. Modern techniques are used nowadays for anesthesia. General anesthesia benumbs the whole body and it is used for surgery of any region of the body. For local anesthesia, local anesthetics are injected into the surgical spot or an area near nerves. Over the years now, revolutionary steps have been taken in different types of complicated surgery, and this have made such operations successful. Now, let us start with cardiac surgery. Today, if you need to have a heart surgery, you can choose from many fine doctors. However, before 1893, this type of surgery was unknown. Doctors did not have modern medical tools and procedures essential for heart surgery. In those days, heart patients were treated with sedatives and they usually did not survive. Then, in 1893, Daniel Hale Williams, a young African American surgeon, attempted a new medical technique in order to save a patient's life. A patient, James Cornish, was suffering from a very serious knife wound. The knife had cut an artery less than an inch from his heart and punctured the pericardium, the sac around the heart. Dr. Williams, with 6 staff doctors, performed a complicated and daring operation. Dr. Williams became the first surgeon to save his patient by successfully repairing the human heart. Now many more advanced techniques are used in this specialty to deal with heart complications. Open heart surgery, which can help to repair heart defects, heart valves, or even replace them, is also performed successfully. With proper measures, patients can recover from cardiac surgery faster than they did before. Now let us move on to neurosurgery. Neurosurgery is another recent specialty to have received recognition since the early 1900s. It is concerned with the treatment of disorders of the nervous system. Neurosurgeons operate on the brain, the spine, or nerves. They can treat patients of all ages from the newborn to the elderly who have suffered a stroke. Harvey Cushing, 1869 to 1939, is considered to be the father of modern neurological surgery. In the early part of the 20th century, he developed basic techniques and instruments for operating on the brain as a distinct surgical specialty. Cushing dramatically reduced the mortality rate for neurosurgery from 90% to less than 10%. By the time of his retirement in 1937, he had successfully removed more than 2,000 tumors. Robotic surgery is a type of minimally invasive surgery. When performing surgery with the Da Vinci, the world's most advanced surgical robot, these miniaturized instruments are mounted on three separate robotic arms, allowing the surgeon maximum range of motion and precision. The Da Vinci's fourth arm contains a magnified high-definition 3D camera that guides the surgeon during the procedure. The surgeon controls these instruments and the camera from a console located in the operating room. Placing his fingers into the master control, he is able to operate all four arms of Da Vinci. While looking through a stereoscope high-definition monitor, the robot literally places the surgeon inside the patient. This gives him a better, more detailed 3D view of the operating site than the surgeon's eye can provide. Every movement he makes with the master control is replicated accurately by the robot. When necessary, the surgeon can even change the scale of the robot's movement. If he selects a 3:1 scale, the tip of the robot's arms will move just 1 inch from every 3 inches that the surgeon's hands move. Utilizing this advanced technology, our surgeons are able to perform a growing number of complex surgical procedures. Since these procedures can now be performed through very small incisions, our patients experience a number of benefits compared to the open surgery of the past. Students, I hope this lesson is clear to you all. Thank you.